Hey guys, it's Jen here from Nails by Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. So today's video is another watch me work, and I am working on these long pointy stiletto nails for this fabulous client. She wanted to do something pink. So we took a few colors and kind of marbled them together, and then I tried out one of my stamps and we love how it turned out. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around, keep watching. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and let's get started. Alright guys, so we are going to start off by removing her old color. So this is a top design, which means I put the color and the design on top of the acrylic. It is not embedded or encapsulated. So I'm just going to go in with my 4X carbide bit and I'm going to remove all of the color from the top. These nails were so fun to do, and no, I'm sorry you guys, I did not film a video when I did these ones because these were actually not planned. She came in and she said she wanted to cut all of her nails off and resculpt them just because a lot of them were sort of getting that eagle claw look and they were sort of just looking a little wonky, and we had tried to kind of fix them as best we could in the last few appointments, but we really needed to just do a full set. So we did a full set in the last one, and then we did this sort of black iridescent marbly design on top, which looked super cool. I'll insert a photo here or a close-up video so you guys can see better what they look like. So like I said, I'm just going in with my 4X carbide bit, and I am using my Melody Susie Scarlet e-file. I'm still using that one. I have another video for you guys where I did a review on that e-file, and I really like it, so I'll post that below for you guys. And I'm just going to continue on all 10 of her fingers, removing the color and the design on top, like I said. So you will notice when I get to her pointer fingers and her left thumb that she had some central lifting. She always has central lifting or pocket lifting on her pointer fingers because she types with those fingers. But her thumb doesn't usually have any issues, but for some reason this time it did, so I'm just going to make sure I remove any little bits of lifting and that pocket lifting. So here we are at her left thumb, and you can see as I took that color off, there's a little bit of that pocket lifting there. So when you are removing pocket lifting, you want to be very careful not to burn your client. So I always remind them, first of all, to let me know if it gets hot, because sometimes, actually most times, if you don't say anything to them, they'll often try to just tough it out until it gets too hot, and then they're like panicking. So I always remind them to just let me know if it gets hot at all, because there's a bit of a pocket lift and I have to get it out. And then you can see I just kind of tickle and feather over that pocket lift, and it'll just start to chip out. You do not want to be digging into the natural nail, especially if you're using something like a 4X carbide bit like I'm using, which most people are not as comfortable with them as I am, but I've been using these forever. So you can see it just kind of starts to flake away, and we just want to remove all of that lifted area. So next I'm going in with my cuticle pusher and pushing back the proximal nail fold so I can expose the cuticle. I have a video of my top 5 favorites from April, I believe it is, where I show you guys this new cuticle pusher and also a nipper that came in a set. I will share that link below for you guys as well. So I also will go in next with my hand file and reshape and just sharpen up those points. She really likes them sharp as they can be. And I do that before I apply my acrylic so that when I apply my acrylic, there's not a lot of filing to do after the acrylic application because I've already got that nice foundation and I'm just sort of doing more of a backfill or an infill. And of course, the areas that I had the pocket lifting, I have to remake sure that I apply my apex correctly. And I check the apex on all of the nails as well, but the ones with the pocket lifting obviously will need a lot more acrylic than the rest. Alright guys, so next I'm going in with my favorite cuticle bits. These are from the Pink Chair in Saskatoon. I will link them below for you. They are the Erica's Micro Taper. They used to come in a 3-pack, but now they only come in a 2-pack. I'm not sure why, but they only come in a 2-pack now, and I love them. So I'm just going in with this on a very low speed, and I am cleaning up the cuticle, getting rid of all of that dead skin. This is one of my most satisfying things that I do. Even my clients, they love it. Actually, last night, one of my clients mentioned to me that it is her absolute favorite part of the service, and I hear that quite often from clients. So I'm going to continue on all 10 fingers, just removing all of that cuticle. So next I'm going in here with my soft brush. I have mentioned before in other videos that I do not use those hard bristled brushes simply because I find that they're actually really hard on the client's fingers and they don't feel very nice. So I just have these soft brushes that I have purchased from eBay. I purchased a ton of them. I clean them every night and sanitize them. And now I'm going in with my nippers. These are the ones I was talking about before that came in the set with the cuticle pusher. Now I am just cutting off anything that is basically white. So anything that is dead. I am not cutting any live tissue. I am not a huge fan of the videos where you see them cutting so much of that live tissue. It's pink tissue. So I'm just going in anything that's basically kind of standing up, looking gnarly. If there's a little bit of maybe a calloused area that's really hardened, I will kind of clip a little bit of that off, but I am not taking off any live tissue. Alright guys, so again I'm going in with that duster brush and removing the dust, and then I'm going to go in with my swipe solution. So you guys know I used to just use a 50-50 mix of 99% alcohol and 100% acetone, but I recently purchased the swipe solution because I watched a video on Young Nails Instagram, and I can't remember the lady that was doing the video, but she said it's very important to use their swipe solution. And I do have a few clients that have some lifting issues, so I'm thinking maybe if I try using the swipe solution, it will help. So we will see, because I just started using it. So I'm going in with my swipe and my little brush here, and I'm really scrubbing the nail, just getting all of that dust off. And then I'm going to apply 2 coats of my Young Nails primer, which is the Protein Bond. And I always try to mention, because the bottle will look different to you guys, because I do actually put it in a different bottle. I have a hard time with the small little bottle that it comes in. I have a hard time holding the brush and stuff, so I've just purchased a bottle on eBay, and I am just going in and I'm kind of scrubbing it. I actually kind of scrub it into the nail, and I do 2 layers of this before I go ahead and apply my acrylic. So something else I wanted to mention when applying your protein bond, and again, this is something that I learned from the Instagram page as well, I believe it was the same lady, is to make sure that you're not saturating the natural nail with the protein bond. So you don't want it to be all flooded into the cuticle, because that also will cause lifting. So I'm also taking my time to apply it a lot more carefully now, and just making sure that it's not a big, like, wet mess of protein bond. So now I'm going to go in with my acrylic, and I am using the Young Nails Speed Clear. So I would love to know below if you guys are using Young Nails, or if you have a favorite acrylic brand. I would just love to know below what everyone is using. Now I'm just going to be applying my beads into the cuticle area, and I'm going to be feathering them down, making sure again that that apex is there. If I need to add more acrylic, I will do so. And I have gone back to using my Joann's Big One acrylic brush. I showcased another one in a top 5 favorites that I got off of eBay. It is a very good brush, but I find this one just has a larger barrel, so I find it a little bit easier for me to hold with my carpal tunnel. But the other one from eBay is very good too, especially if you're a beginner. I will try to link that video again also for you guys below, so you can see which one I'm talking about. So I'm just going to continue on filling in the back area of the nails with the clear acrylic, and I will finish all 10 fingers. Alright guys, we are almost at the fun part and going to be applying our color shortly here. I'm just going in with my hand file now and refining the shape, basically just making sure everything is where it needs to be, everything is smooth, and those points are extra sharp. All right, guys, finally time for the fun. So I'm just going in with my alcohol and I am just cleansing all of the dust off of the nail. I'm also cleaning out underneath the nail. And then I'm going to start applying our Madame Glam gel colors. So she wanted her nails to be super bright pink. So we chose 3 of the Madame Glam. This one here is called Baby's Nest. It's a bright corally pink color. This one is called the Rule Maker. It's more of a purpley pink. And this one is called Florist and it is a super bright neon pink. And then I'm also going in with the Glitter Mix Canada Ombre brush. I love this brush and I love this technique. I've done it in another video, I think. I know I've done it on other people's nails. I just don't know if I've done it in a video, but I absolutely love this technique. So basically all you do is you take your colors and you kind of blob them on. I'm doing all 3 of them. And then you're going to see I will take the brush from Glitter Mix Canada and I'm just going to kind of drag it down on the nail. So first I go in near the cuticle area and I just make sure that I get that color nice and flush up against that proximal nail fold so that I get a nice clean cuticle area. And then you'll see I just kind of start dragging those colors through each other. I know it's a little bit blurry here. I apologize, you guys. It's focusing on my right hand instead of on her nail, but hopefully you can get the gist of what I'm doing. And you basically just keep doing this with this ombre brush until the entire nail is covered. So I did each nail individually and then got them into the light individually. I didn't do all 4 fingers and then stick all 4 in simply because I didn't want anything to slop around, especially at that cuticle area. I wanted it to stay nice and clean. So now we're going to add some stamping detail. I've got this Nicole Diary 076. It's a marbling stamping plate, but we found that it actually looked more kind of like paint splatter when we put it on the nail. So we're going to use this one here. We're going to try this one first. As you can see, we did that one. We didn't really love it. So now we're going to try this other one, and this is the one that we end up sticking with. It ends up looking, like I said, kind of like paint splatter. She loved it. She was really unsure about this idea from the beginning, but she's usually pretty trusting with me, and I mean, if it didn't work out and we didn't love it, we would just take it off. So it looks so awesome with the contrast of the black and that sort of pink marbling underneath. She was just checking it out and approving of it, so we continue to do this on some of the other nails. I go ahead and removed the pinky nail and redid it on that hand, and then I also do her thumb on that hand, and then on her other hand we do it the opposite. So I do it on her pointer and her middle finger on her left hand. And the last step is to go in with my favorite top coat, the Young Nail Stain Resistant. We did go with a shiny top coat, so I'm just going around the edge of the nail here and breaking any of that nail polish off. And then I will go in with 2 coats of my top coat over the stamping. The ones that don't have stamping, I will do 1 coat, and then we are finito. Alright guys, so that is it for this design. Of course I love it because it's pink, but I absolutely love the addition of that black. It just pops. So she asked me while I was doing her nails if in some way we could do a black nail with that same design in neon, and so that's what we're going to try. I don't know if we're going to do it the next time, but I did show her how to do it using pigments. I kind of gave her an example nail. I used a swatch stick and showed her, and she was obsessed. So at some point we're going to do a black nail with a neon stamping design on top and see how that goes, and I will probably film it for you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, guys, please share it with someone else, and as always, have an amazing day.